Let's
Let's
get into
start
our
with
cabinets.
the Secretary of Defense, who fancies himself the Secretary of War,
Oh,
and now
God.
everybody is calling the Secretary of War crimes.
I'm
Uh,
just calling him fuckface. We know this, right? That's my word for him.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not gonna argue. Where do
Okay.
you want to start with Mr. Hegseth?
Ah, that's a good question. I
We
think
can the
just
killing of
checking in
people.
on
Yeah,
that. First and foremost, the bloodlust of this man was right there for everyone to see when he needed to rename. Trump needed his own Peace Prize, and Pete Hegseth needed the word war. He needed to stare at the word war and feel like he was on the top of the thing for being war. There's Mr. War, like Captain War. Captain War. I don't think that's the official name of that.
it is not. Only
Yeah,
Congress can change the name.
only Congress can change the name, but he's changed it himself. He's awarded himself that term war um, to fit his bloodlust. But there's there is also this troll component to and this immaturity. And I'm so excited for our guest tonight because she wrote one of the best pieces on information terrorists. I think she even coined that term ever. We've had her on the show several times before, but uh, this guy comes out of that 4chan culture. He does. I wouldn't be surprised if he was drenched in it in the mid aughts all the way up until Fox News, unfortunately, um, for all of
Hired.
us, decided to put him on air.
He's a 4chan stan, as Lily
He's a
Allen would say.
4chan stan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything is about titles and, memes and shit posting and performance, right? And just fantasies, little boys' fantasies of how the world should work if you're a dark triad little boy, you know, and then living that out. So there's that meme that he posted when it was clear that we were staring at potential war crimes here, and there was a lot of reacting, and his sort of, I'm going to triple down on this, but I'm going to triple down on it with a meme that was as close to pools closed meme that I've seen yet. And by that, I mean, if you're not familiar with 4chan and what that is and what the lore around the memes um, it's often called the dark web. Was a board that there was like a post, people could post whatever they wanted on it and they could do it anonymously. And that's where anonymous came from. In terms of somebody once made a joke of what if anonymous is just one dude, and but it doesn't matter. So what you know of as a sort of cyber group anonymous, came out of that culture in the mid aughts, early aughts, on 4chan, on this thing called B board. And on that board, somebody, because you have these folks that could hack and they can get into things, somebody got into a children's game, and they were all laughing about it and posting about it because they took in the game, there's different people, right? And I have to remember these sort of old school games, but there was people in a little village and there was a community pool, and the kids would play this and they would build their own little like community pool in their little communities. But there was a man with an afro in it. And so one of the people on the anonymous boards took the game and organized a bunch of men with afros to make a swastika. So there was this was happening, and parents were freaking out because there was this Nazi symbol, a swastika, in the middle of a game that like 8-year-olds and 5-year-olds were playing online. And the anonymous community, the Pete Hegseth community, the 4chan community just thought that was the funniest thing ever. And, you're just reacting to me and you're just triggered for your own thing. And all of that energy, whatever that is, that meme lord shit posting energy that they all have, sociopathic energy. That's Pete Hegseth. That's what he did in response to bombing a boat that we don't even know was headed for America. We don't know anything about this. Just a boat in the Caribbean, people clinging for life after it was bombed once. We don't, there's no declaration of war. We're just doing this. God only knows how many resources are being spent blowing up boats in the Caribbean so that Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth can have their fun. And they can feel like they're strong and they're, whatever. Got people clinging for life, and then they're going to call it a double tap. They've got their gaming language for it all. It's strongman, military. We did a double tap strike.
All of his stuff sounds
all
like
of it.
It
all
all
of this,
sounds like
right?
gay porn titles.
All I can see is that pools closed 4chan thing, because the reason that was such a big deal online is that's the first time what happened was people started putting in real life. That's where we got the IRL, even that acronym. You had young people in real life, or people from 4chan in real life, or followers of all this, taking that symbol, that swastika symbol and the pools closed symbol from doing that in that children's game, and putting it up on public pools all around communities in suburban America. So it was this massive thing where something that had happened in this sort of weirdo corner of the internet for people like Pete Hegseth, right, getting their jollies, had moved from that into real life and was affecting communities. And that's all I can see when I see that guy. As soon as he put that Franklin cartoon up there, I'm like, oh my God, it's pools closed all over again. This is what we're dealing with. I can't think of anything more dangerous than someone like that as the Secretary of Defense. I can't think of anything more dangerous than that. This is every single family, every single town and community. There's that person that you is wired wrong. And makes it toxic for everybody all the time. And there's no helping them. There's no therapist that can cure them. There's nothing that can reach them because they're just wired wrong. And you have to keep the keys away from them. And you would never let them run the household. You would never give them access to the bank account. You don't want them at Thanksgiving. They might show up. You got to figure out how to deal with it. Those people have somehow found their way to one another, and they've taken over the United States. That's what that is. Sorry, that was a big, long, unexpected. I didn't expect to say all that, but you asked me about Pete Hegseth. That is all I can see. That's it.
And the United States is a pool, and the pool is closed. That's what they're trying to,
That's right. Pool's closed.
Yeah. That's really good. I think that's the thing. I'm just going to add real quick because we want to move on.
Please.
To the next person that, he did the signal chat thing, and they had an investigation into it. And the investigation, they found that he was actually putting, soldiers in harm's way by revealing, I guess, troop movement secrets on secret, like, duh, no shit. Whatever. He's there. There's that. And then he can't even own the responsibility. He can't even toxic man up and say, I ordered the killing. He either said the admiral did it or maybe Trump did it. He was like, he's in the middle of the two of them, like the middle guy in the human centipede. So that's it.
He's the
middle guy, human centipede. Pete Hegseth, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Pete Hegseth. And we'll ask our guest about like the longevity of this guy. I don't know. Who knows if we're stuck with him or not? It seems like he might not be long for that position much longer.
They're not war crimes. They're just crimes.
It's just murder.
Yeah. Crimes is
murder.
Crimes. Yeah.
Yeah.